As I was preparing for today's episode, my mind kept repeating this quote. An entire sea of water can't sink a ship unless it gets inside the ship. Think of it as if your mind is the ship, and the water that can't sink it unless it gets inside you is negative thinking. Hi guys, it's Ayla, and you're listening to the Experience podcast. Settle in, grab a snack, and relax, because today we're going to talk about a highly interesting topic. We're going to talk about distorted thinking and its ability to destroy a person, both mentally and physically. First, what do we mean by cognitive distortions? Well, these are a bunch of irrational thoughts and damaging patterns that have the potential to throw us into a deep hole of psychological damage. Think of it as thinking errors and negative feelings. And by the way, these go hand in hand with depression and other mental health issues. Now, it's really important to put aside your denial while listening to this episode, because it's crucial to identifying your faulty patterns of thinking in order to modify them later on. So first, identify. Second, modify. Let's start by identifying some of the most damaging cognitive distortions. Number 1, all or nothing thinking, aka black and white thinking. It's the inability to see the 40 shades of gray and thinking that everything in life is either extremely amazing or totally terrible. Whereas in reality, everything and everyone has both a bright side and a dark one. Number 2, overgeneralization, which means drawing a whole pattern based on one situation or experience. If you fail once at something, you are a failure. If someone breaks your heart, all people are bad. You know what I mean? This is overgeneralization. You're not a failure if you try to do something once and fail. You can try again, you can succeed at something else, and if someone hurts you once, not all people are gonna do the same to you. Number 3, mental filter, which means focusing only on the negative and ignoring the positive. It's like having a pessimistic view and constantly complaining about things, people, and situations because we can't or we simply choose not to see the good in them. So we filter out all the positive stuff and keep only the negative. Number 4, jumping to conclusions. It means thinking that we have a superpower of mind reading in a negative sense, which leads us to jumping into negative interpretations. If you send a text to a friend and this friend doesn't respond, oh, he's ignoring me. He doesn't want to talk to me anymore, whereas this person might be sick or even dead. So learn to give people the benefit of the doubt before you jump to conclusions. Thank you. Next. Number 5, magnification. For example, a teacher who makes a tiny mistake may magnify the importance of that mistake and believe that he is a terrible teacher and a complete failure. But let's be real, mistakes are normal and human, so let's learn to accept mistakes as part of our human nature, correct them, and then forget about them. Number 6, emotional reasoning. I feel it, therefore it must be true. In fact, just because we feel something, it doesn't mean it's true. Feelings are not facts. They are not 100% reliable, and we really should keep this in mind. Number 7, personalization, which I feel is the most damaging, and it highly affects the quality of our relationships. This means taking everything personally and constantly blaming ourselves. For instance, you are a hard worker and your boss talks to you in an unusual tone today. Don't take it personal. He's mad, probably because he lost his money in the stock market. Who knows? Get yourself together. Get over it. It's not about you. Don't take everything personally. You see, we seriously need to get rid of distorted thinking before it turns into a habit. Let's improve the quality of our thoughts, because this will improve the quality of our relationships and consequently the quality of our lives. Toxic thoughts won't lead us to a positive life, so watch your thoughts and remember this amazing quote. An entire sea of water can't sink a ship unless it gets inside the ship. Similarly, the negativity of the world can't put you down unless you allow it to get inside you. In the end, be conscious of your thoughts. Don't let them control you. Look at the bright side. Don't easily judge or jump to conclusions, and always give people the benefit of the doubt. Take care of your mental health and stay tuned for the next episode of the Experience podcast.